All right, and we're live. Yes, this time we are actually live. First live stream official. I fixed the lag issues, so let's do this. All right. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat to the right here, but I guess I'm just going to, do my usual thing. And towards the end, maybe I can take some requests. So, if you have any requests, please leave them in the chat section. But yeah, this is still a bit of an experiment. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Everyone who has subscribed, we're up to 130 subscribers. I said, when we were back at 50, hey, we get 100. I'm going to do some live streams. Well, we're well above 100, so I have to do it. I figured out the issue. I hope, fingers crossed. We will see. I'll do a playback after this. Anyways, without further ado, it's your boy, Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops, live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. This is not financial advice. These are my own ideas and opinions on the market. Please do your own research. Trade at your own risk. I am not responsible for your trades. All right, that being said, let's just jump right into it, guys. Are we recording? Are we live? And we're live and healthy. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling, as I say. The market slightly down, but we did see a bounce today, okay? So we did have a bit of a drop and then a bit of a bounce. We'll get into that. The volume's still above a billion. Good to see. The crypto fear and greed index still low at a 17. People are scared. Why would they not be? All right. But hey, maybe this is a good bounce zone. Okay. So let's take a look and see what we see. The Bitcoin block halving 2 months away. 2 months, 60 days. What can happen between now and then in Bitcoin land? Anything can happen. All right. We're going to skip the news. We're going to go straight into it. I see myself in playback over here. All right, I'll just go to the chat. All right, there we go. Hey, if you're watching, please type something in the chat so I know something's going on. Everything's working. All right, price at a 79.63. We're trying to regain this this rising trend line from this bottom. You can see from the bottom around 3K, held up price here, and we were hoping to get a bounce. We saw the very first time that we dipped down, we did dip beneath it, and then we closed above it. The next daily candle, above, below, Wiccan, left, right, Darth Maul, but closed beneath it, okay? Which was very bearish and led me to believe we could see some more downside action, which we did get. But look at this wick right here, okay? So we did see a bounce, and where did we get that bounce from? Our support box right here between what is a 75.50 to 77.50. We're talking about a support box. Why is this important right here? Well, if we can maintain this support box, this rising trend line, you're going to have a higher low. You have a low and a higher low, okay? We want to maintain this. So if we can find some support in this region, we can also start looking at that potential inverse head and shoulders pattern we talked about yesterday. I'm not the only one talking about it at this point, but this is a very macro, hopeful, long-term pattern. But let's keep it in mind because people were talking about this way up here. You have a left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder. They were talking about it up here. I was like, I don't know, man. If we came all the way here, I don't think we would be very bullish at all. So I don't really want to see an inverse head and shoulder pattern play out. But we're at that point. We're finding support. If we can rally up and continue to this point, you're going to want to see us break the 10.5 neckline. None of this matters if we don't break the 10.5 neckline, okay? So let me see. I don't think I have it still charted on my BitMEX, but this is a little bit cleaner. Let me get rid of this guy here. You can see we can even just draw this real quick for everybody to see while we're on it. Head and shoulders. Let's see. Where are you? Okay, so I can't even find it. And I'm live. There we are. Okay. See, this is why you don't do things live. All right, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Boom. Okay. Everyone can see that? All right. So your horizontal neckline is around 10.5. So for this to really play out, you're going to want to see us rally all the way to the top here, break that neckline. If we can, your extended move target will be from this top to that bottom, and then you can drag that. We'll drag it over to right here. And that move will take you to about 14K, which would test the top of 2019. So this is the big pattern of hope that we talked about, okay? So that on the macro is what we're all praying for. But we have to take everything into account. Let's look at a smaller time frame. We have to look at the stock market. The stock market is falling. Bitcoin's falling with it. You know, we all wanted to see Bitcoin act like gold as a safe haven asset. Unfortunately, Bitcoin has been tumbling with traditional stocks. And as long as that is the trend, I'm going to have to play the trend, okay? When we're bullish, we play the bullish trend. When we're bearish, we play the bearish trend. Well, the trend now is we're going hand in hand with the stock market, okay? So we can take a look at the stock market real quick. Going over to the SPX, this is the S&P 500. We'll go down to a smaller time frame. You can see on the small time frame, we did dip beneath this support here. We did close. The last hour candle was bullish. We'll have to see if tomorrow we can open up and continue higher, or if we get rejected here and go lower. Based on what the Dow Jones does, what S&P 500 does, I'm going to be looking for my next move. If these guys are crashing, I'm going to be looking to short Bitcoin. If these guys can find a rally, then I will look to rally Bitcoin. But in the meantime, we got several hours. We have till tomorrow until the stock market's open. So we have to still look for a move now, right? All right. So are we still live? We got 6 people watching live. All right. Hey, only 130 subscribers. Thank you everyone who's been an early adopter. Hit that like. Leave me a comment if you want me to review anything. If you're a new watcher, hit the subscribe. Many more videos to come. Okay, guys? So let me look at the Bitcoin chart and show you what we're looking at, all right? So on the macro, we were taking a look at the inverse head and shoulders, of course. Well, we're also looking at that rising trend line. So on this candle, we're still trying to beat this resistance here. We're finding resistance beneath that trend line. We want to regain this. But the thing is about these little patterns and trend lines, they're all subjective. You can tweak them. I can move them any which way just to fit my analysis. So this isn't exact, okay? So let's take that out of the question. Let's ignore this trend line and look at our horizontals only. Our horizontals, I'm finding our horizontal by using the previous price action. You can see that we had resistance here with these candle bodies on the daily. We wicked up, and we were finding resistance. We finally broke this resistance and we found support on top of it. So right now we're finding support again. So this is a resistance flipped support scenario. All right. If we're able to bounce from here, the next horizontal, which also was a resistance flip support, will come in around 8,200 to 8,220. You're able to beat that. The next horizontal based on support could now be resistance. This is going to be around 9,500, 9,550. So one level at a time. Okay, so to the upside, you're looking at, did I say 92? Whatever. 8,200 would be the first horizontal. The next one would be 8,500. To the downside, we have the 8,750, 8,550. If we lose the support box here, we're going to drop all the way down, most likely, to this horizontal around 6,900. You will definitely be in this area right here, okay? We do not want to lose this, because if we lose this, you're going to be losing that low, higher low trajectory. If we come down here, this is a complete retracement of this entire rally this year. And now you're looking at a horizontal situation where you could start drawing trend lines from there and down. And then if we come down here and bounce, say we do get a bounce from down here, you could see something that looks like this. Whoop. Something like this, okay? And then say we get a bounce, but then we get rejected again by this descending trend line and then come back down. What does this look like, guys? This looks like a descending triangle. What happened the last time we had a descending triangle on the macro? We broke down, okay? This is what we don't want to see. We don't want to come back down to a horizontal support and form a descending triangle. If we do that, you're talking about much lower levels. But we're not at that point. So let's look a little closer, okay, guys? On the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, you can see the pretty large wick here. But most importantly, what I was seeing was an RSI divergence, okay? So let's go over to our RSI. Here we go. And I'll take away my drawing tools. And let's just bring this up away from the volume. Okay, so you can see that we had a low and then a lower low on the price. But on our RSI, we had the low and a higher low. So as price is going down, the RSI is going up. This would be bullish divergence. We did confirm a local low here. This is definitely bullish divergence, okay? So that combined with the 12-hour Stokes looking for a cross up, you can see, okay? This could be a nice little rally, all right? So this could be our relief rally. We're still in a downtrend. The markets are still freaking out. People are still in a panic mode. So I have to assume every bounce is meant for shorting, okay? And until proven otherwise, the trend is your friend. But if we're looking for a place for a bounce, this is starting to add up as a good spot. 4-hour bullish divergence and then a 12-hour Stoke cross up, okay? These 12-hour Stoke cross ups have been great in previous price action for calling tops, for calling bottoms. You just go back, you can see they do a very good job of calling the tops and the bottoms. So 12-hour Stokes down, 4-hour bullish divergence. I'm looking for a potential relief rally here, 8,200 resistance, and then that 8,500 resistance, which would be the bottom of this range. So you had support here. This could turn into resistance, all right? And that's basically the scenario. We can break it down by time frames, but that's what I'm looking at. For my VIP, Roll Team VIP, I did catch a short earlier today. We shorted last night before I went to sleep in the 85.50 region, and I closed out 85.50. The 78.50 region, we took a short 78.50. And I closed out in profit down here. I saw that we were bouncing, so we got out of the short. And we are now in a long, which I took around 78.37 in profit. The stop loss moved, minimal risk. And that's what I've been doing. I've been slowly stacking BTC because just about every trade I take, goes into profit. So as long as I move my stop to break even and I'm aggressively taking profits, I'm slowly stacking my BTC. Now, if you don't do that, you'll watch the trade go into profit and then come back to your entry and then drop down to your stop loss. So instead of taking profit, you end up losing. So in my VIP group, we've been practicing aggressive break even and take profit strategy. If you're interested in joining the group, the description info below, you can contact me. It's only $50 a month. Okay, guys, the people have spoken. It's a brand new group. I only have 130 subscribers, so I'm going to keep it reasonable. I'm a reasonable guy. I'm going to do $50 a month, locked in, lifetime rate. Okay, the prices down the road will go up, but if you join now, we'll lock in that $50 a month rate for you. No commitment. I do accept BTC, so you're only committed to the month you pay for. And that's enough for this video. I don't need the shill. All right. So let's just do our usual breakdown. Hit that like, subscribe, comment, the usual good stuff. All right. All right. We're live. I need some music playing in the background. All right. So the 4-hour, the stochastics are rising. Your RSI out of the oversold territory. We're looking at pretty solid wick here, and then a solid 4-hour candle close above that. We're looking at our moving averages. Your moving average, we did close above the blue 10 simple. We got the yellow 21 EMA resistance at 8,031. Current price 79.50. So if we're able to regain that, your next level, we're looking at 83.48, coming around that 84 region that we were talking about. Okay, if we close back beneath the blue 10 simple, the support is at 78.74. Close beneath that, maybe more downside targets. But like I said, we're sitting on support here. So let's see if we can get some momentum and finally get a bit of a relief rally, all right? Looking at our Bollinger Bands, let's take a look at those. The Bollinger Bands, the 4-hour did close back above the middle BB. We're in the bullish zone on the 4-hour Bollinger Band. Good to see. You have resistance at 8,081. All right. And then let's look at our Ichimoku clouds. On the Ichimoku cloud, we're hitting resistance currently right now. It's coming in at 79.50, price 79.50. So on this 4-hour, we want to see if we can close back above it. And then your resistance on the Ichimoku cloud is until 8,400. What do you know? All right, 12-hour. Let's go to the 12-hour. On the 12-hour, nice wick, nice close. The candle body, 12-hour. Back above this one. This looks good. Our stochastics looking to cross up. Boom. Looks good. Your RSI out of the lower territory here. Your resistance way up here around 8,400. What do you know? So guys, if we do get a relief rally, yes, 8,200 would be the next stop. And then hopefully 84, 8,500. And probably going to get a rejection at least on the first attempt, okay? First attempt, most likely a sell, all right? Otherwise, if we blast through it, hey, maybe the bull run is here, but I think we're going to need more good news coming across the world with the economy, with the stock market. I don't think we're just going to start blasting off while the stocks are crashing. So keep your eye on the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. All right, let's take a look at our moving averages. On the 12-hour, still beneath all of them. The blue 10 simple coming in around 8,100 will be some resistance there. And our Bollinger Bands, we're floating sideways now. So we were closing beneath them, which was pretty bearish. But it's good to see that we're in the bearish zone, but at least we're not closing candles beneath the bottom BB. In fact, this one bounced right off of the bottom BB. Your resistance is all the way at 85.35. So anywhere between 8,400 and 85.50 would be, a fair rejection, sell zone, I would say, on the first attempt. Okay, so let's go to the daily. On the daily, not much different from the 12-hour. Your resistance will be just a little higher. Your stochastics are coming down, but you know what? If we do get a relief rally, these could easily cross back up, but they are down, so we'll keep that in mind. Your RSI is not oversold yet, so could we keep falling? Still possible, okay? But you know what? Maybe we maintain a low, higher low, low, higher low trajectory on the daily RSI. We'll just have to keep that in mind, okay? On the Ichimoku clouds, well beneath this cloud. So, when you get separated from your resistance lines, clouds, or supports, you usually see them act as a magnet. So we might come back up to test the cloud. On the daily, this is coming in around 84.62. Boom, there you go again, okay? We do have the bearish Kumo cross on the Ichimoku clouds on the daily. All right, so we'll see what happens if we get rejected here and then come back down, or if we can break through the cloud. All right, on the moving averages, well beneath all moving averages as well. And your 377 EMA coming around 81.74 would be the first resistance. The next one is going to be around 84.35. How many times are we going to say 8,400? All right, so if we do get a bounce, we know what region we are looking at. Let's go to the weekly. On the weekly, let me go over here. We did have the cross down on the Stokes. This was not good to see on the weekly. But look, when we were in the bull run, we had many cross downs, cross up, cross down, and we just stayed in the bullish territory. Okay, so this would be the neutral zone, the bullish zone, bearish zone. So maybe we do have a cross down, but if we can maintain this bullish territory up here, you know, this could be still good. Okay, so you can see, look, this whole run up here, we did have a couple crosses down. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. All right, going to our moving averages, we are beneath the critical 21 EMA. We're beneath the 50 EMA. Your resistance is going to be 82.24 on the weekly orange 50 EMA. If this is rejected, or if we continue to fall, the 100 EMA, this red one, is at 74.21. All right, so 7400 could be the next target if we fail here. So 8400 to the top, 7400 to the bottom. These are the potential targets. That would be your range. All right, guys. Let's look at our Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, we did close this weekly beneath the middle BB. Not good. Your resistance, 83.64. We want to close a weekly back above there. Get in this zone. Otherwise, your support on the Bollinger Bands is at 6,400. 6,400, we're talking about potential descending triangles. We're talking about a horizontal in the 6,000s. That is very, very, very critical. It held up price all the way here. We don't want to lose this zone, or you're talking about retesting lows. All right, we won't get to that point until we get to that point. Ichimoku cloud, we are back beneath the red Ichimoku cloud. So, you know, we do want to rally higher. Your resistance is going to be 84.62. All right, so I'm pretty sure it's clear where the upside target is if we have a relief rally. If we break down 75.50 to 77.50 is your support box, you lose that, you're talking about low 7Ks. All right, how are we doing on time? It's been 22 minutes. All right, not so bad. Everything going smooth, I hope. I'll watch back, make sure there's no lag. We'll take a quick look at a couple altcoins and we'll end it here. All right, I only gave about 20 minutes notice that I was going to do the live stream, so I don't see too many people here, but it's all good. You know, we're still growing, guys. You know, this was an experiment. The last time I did the live stream, I just posted it. I was having lag issues. I figured it out this time. So now I know I can just do these whenever I like. Maybe I'll, you know, give you guys more of a heads up next time. So Tezos on the weekly, this is Ichimoku. Let's go over to my moving averages. Bouncing off the blue 10 simple on the weekly. So if Bitcoin bounces, you're going to see your altcoins bounce too. And this is a good spot to be bouncing from on the weekly for Tezos. Go to the daily. Unfortunately, the daily is closing beneath the orange 50 EMA. Last week we were bouncing between the 21 EMA and the 50 EMA. Finally broke above it, faked everybody out and dumped. Okay, so if you're not able to get above what $2.58 basically, your downside target would be $2.17 to 100 EMA. Your stochastic also coming down, looking very similar to Bitcoin, but let's look at the 12-hour. Your 12 hours looking for a potential cross up like Bitcoin. Okay, you know these guys, they follow what Bitcoin does. Link also holding support on the 100 EMA, coming in at $3.72. 12-hour looking for a cross up. Again, you know, one pumps, the rest pump. They take turns, so maybe Bitcoin pumps first. Look for the altcoins to follow. Maybe we will see Link or Tezos or Ethereum pump first, then Bitcoin could follow, okay? So Let's just look at Ethereum real quick and we can close out. Ethereum, I did like that on the weekly, it was above the 21 EMA. We did wick beneath it, currently above it. General statement above the weekly 21 EMA, bull market below, bear market. So we want to see this weekly candle, still half a week left, close above the weekly 21 EMA. If Bitcoin can rally, this should happen. If we dump, I'm sure Ethereum will close back beneath and it will look a lot worse for the altcoins. All right, that was a quick breakdown. I just wanted to test out the live stream and it seems like it's working, so that's good. And just another day trading here for me, slowly stacking BTC. I don't care what the price is. Again, if you want to learn margin or you just want to get exclusive content, I have tutorials, charts, videos, Q&A, whatever it is, whatever you can think of, I'm here to help. Contact me. $50 a month is super cheap. I mean, there's groups that are paying way more than that and offering way less. All right, so guys, hit me up. And this has been Crypto Rolly. This is not financial advice. I'll see you next time. And I am out.